back with us today. Welcome, Arloa.
Thanks, Anita. It's always fun to be with you on this show.
Well, and we've gleaned a lot from your wisdom through the years, and it makes you sound old. Sorry.
No, I am old.
I've been here through the years, too, so I can relate. But we've gleaned a lot from you. I think that many of us stand back and say, oh, boy, I love people like Arloa. She's amazing. She works with the homeless. She works with the poor. And we're kind of happy to hold you at arm's length and go, that's really great for Arloa. I'm glad she's out there doing it. And we're happy maybe to support her financially. And, you know, and you can fill in the blank wherever you live, that organization or person that's doing that kind of work. But sometimes we are afraid to get up close and personal, or we just kind of want to forget about that and just hope somebody else deals with some of the issues that maybe we don't want to deal with. And one of the things that I've appreciated about your ministry is not only do you talk authentically about the real deal and what's going on, but you take us to Scripture, and I have appreciated your book, The Invisible, and we've talked with you about that here on Midday Connection. But out of that book, you also have written a couple of Bible studies, one called Compassion and one called Justice. And we're going to take a look and focus on parts of your Bible study, Compassion, today. And before we go there, though, for folks who have never happened to tune in when you've been on, I would love for you just to give us a little thumbnail sketch of your story. How you, because I know you came from Iowa, the cornfields. How did you get from Iowa to inner city Chicago? Where did that heart for the poor come from?
Right, and I think I always had a heart for the city and for the poor, even growing up on the farm. And you learn from love of animals and nature that God has deep love for struggling people. And so I came to Moody, which is what got me to Chicago, and eventually was part of a church on the north side of Chicago that had a stream of people coming to our doors wanting help. So sometimes it's easier just to give people money to get rid of them, which is not exactly the most compassionate approach. And so I opened a storefront room and put on some coffee and started serving lunch at noon. And little by little, that little trickle of people from the street grew to now a ministry where we have two overnight, we call them interim housing sites, which is a fancy word for shelter, one for men and one for women, with lots of what we call wraparound services from psychiatrists, doctors, social workers, case managers, employment specialists, housing coordinator, and just a myriad of services that help people to get on their feet, including always Bible studies and devotion times, really loving people into a place of health and in experiencing this deep, compassionate love of God, which pervades everything that we do. A few years ago, we started we call it a youth development program, and it was really because in the neighborhood that we are in, we recognized that the kids, as we talked to the neighbors, they were all worried about their kids. Their kids didn't have a safe place to play. Their schools were underperforming. And we recognize that when we work with homeless adults, we see wonderful transformations happen in their lives, but it's tough when someone has a felony. Maybe they've had a lifetime of generational poverty where they haven't acquired work skills that are useful in the marketplace. And what we found is that by starting with 3- and 4-year-olds in preschool who have lots of hopes and dreams for their lives, and following them up through so that they get into good schools and into college, and they have opportunities for everything from arts and sports programs to robotics and various mentors that come alongside them to run with them early in the morning and tutor them after school, that we see these kids going to college and taking a path in their life that will prevent them from ever having to
Free coffee with any breakfast purchase. It's not bad. Free coffee with any breakfast purchase. What's up, man?
Well, let me call you back. I got somebody here.
How's it going, big guy? Listen, I came over here and the lady, she connected me, and now it just says something about enter code, man. She locked it up on me. I don't know. I tried my like my last four of my social. I tried like.
What's the phone number?
The phone number?
Yeah.
It's on the back. I just got it. My homeboy, he said, you know, it's probably like 1, 2, 3, 4 and stuff, you know, just to get it started or whatever.
It's the last four of the phone number.
It's the last four of the phone number?
Yeah. 24/7.
Oh, dang, man.
Where'd you get it hooked up at?
Right here.
Okay. Must have been yesterday then?
Yeah, I came over here yesterday. The Spanish girl.
Yeah.
That's your wife?
No.
Oh, he said no.
Partner's wife.
He said no. Let me see. Oh, dang, this lady's not even here. She's called me up like 3 times already. And I couldn't call her back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey. Hello, Miss Williams. This is Victor Perez. I got my phone fixed. If you can give me a call, my telephone number is going to be 813-531-2470. Thank you very much. Have yourself a good day. Bye. All right. Let me ask you something. I'm doing as you can see, I'm doing like a reality show. You know, with everywhere I go, I take, I have 2 or 3 cameras on me. And I wanted to know if there's something that I can actually hook up to this cell phone that I can actually. I've seen people like with those the headphone plus the microphone, and you know, because I know I tried doing once with what's that, Motorola one, but I really couldn't hear that well. You know, I want to be able to for people to talk to me.
Yeah.
To, you know, to you know, talk to me right on the spot as they're seeing things happening. You know what I mean? And that Motorola is not, you know, it's not like really all that loud. You know, I tried it once. I mean, has the technology gotten better, or what's the story? Or
I'm confused.
I want to be able to do hands free. And
but with who?
With people that call me up. You know.
On the phone.
Yeah, people who call me.
But they're
up
not watching you on the video.
They could be. Yeah, they could be.
How would they be watching you on the video?
On the internet. Not on this one. This one gets recorded later on. But you know, I wanted to see if that's something that I can actually find out.
I mean,
about.
they have Bluetooth.
They
can talk on the phone.
Yeah, but the Bluetooth that I use, I mean, has the technology gotten a little bit better? Where I mean, because the one that I use, man,
I don't have any here. But
you don't have any here.
Not right now. I mean, there's good ones, but they're $100, $150.
Yeah, I need something that has like a volume control, you know, something like that.
I mean, they use the volume of the phone, so when you turn this down, it turns the Bluetooth down. That's how they work. They're integrated into that.
I see, man. Well, let me see, man. Let me see what I could do. I gotta see if I could work something out, you know, because people, you know, I wanna be able to communicate with the people, but I wanna do it in a nice, safe environment, you know. And because the car thing, you know, is expensive. The car phone.
Yeah.
You know that phone they got in there, the OnStar thing.
Yeah. Well, that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous, man. You know. I mean, they charge what for? I think it was like for 100 minutes. They charge 20 something or something. Some kind of craziness, you know.
Ridiculous.
So if people call me up, you know, I gotta be like, yo, you gotta call me up on the cell phone. We can't do this, you know. Yeah, but I want to text you. Yo, we gotta go on the cell phone, man. You know.
I ended up canceling the
and that's why. You canceling it? Well, I think it's a good idea, but the thing is that.
Well, as far as the phone portion of it, I can't.
The phone is too expensive, man. How much do they charge? Is that right? 100 minutes
something
for?
Like that. It's something ridiculous.
It's
compared to anything else.
Yeah. You know, and I mean it's a good system because at least you get to. It has a lot of advantages, you know, but it's just not worth it. I mean, I don't think so.
Part, I mean, you can use it for the navigation, you can use it for help.
Yeah, navigation is okay and stuff like that.
It's pretty cheap a month, but
calling up people is fantastic, you know, for calling up people. I just say call such and such a person and it calls right away. You know, that's cool, but you know that thing is. I gotta get a cell phone. You know, I gotta get a. What is the cheapest phone you got here? You got like I don't need no smartphone. I need a stupid phone.
Yeah.
You know what?
With service, the cheapest starts at $100.
That's the cheapest phone you got?
Yeah. The phone itself is $50, but you gotta pay for the first month.
Well, I already got that, right? You just have to put it over, right?
Or you want to keep the same number?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you.
Then it would be like $50.
You buy the phone, but that phone's nicer than the $50 phone.
Yeah, but this phone here, the thing is that for the texting part, you know, I mean, this thing here is not working, man.
I got you.
You know, I need something that I can do it a little bit faster. Unfortunately, women like texting. Why do women like texting, man? What?
I like texting because I don't have to hear him talk.
Oh, I better turn off the camera on that one, man. Take care, big guy. Hey, you got a card here, by the way, man? All right, that's a good one, man. That's funny, man. Funny guy, man. You don't want to hear him.
516-5916.
Big E. That's you, man, Big E?
Yeah.
All right, take care, E. That was funny, yeah? He wanna do the text because he don't want to listen. I gotta remember that, man. Yeah, let me get a menu. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Can't provide a solution, at least provide some support. Sometimes a listening ear and an open heart make a bigger difference than material.
Tell me lies.
And Wendy says equality goes a long way in any ministry, and it's always inspiring. We should care and love all. Sharon just sent an email. She is emailing us from California. She says, there's a homeless man that lives on the edge of town near a campground. We think that he has some form of mental illness and is not very approachable. Some town residents are afraid of him because he talks to himself and can get loud. Do you have any suggestions on how to help him? I pray for him often as I take my morning walk.
Well, a lot of good comments and a question not unlike some that you've heard before, I'm sure, Arloa.
Karen, good for you for praying for him.
Sharon,
yep. I'm sorry. Good for you for praying for him, and that's huge. And for really feeling concern, and you know, a lot. fairly high percentage of the homeless experience mental illness. Sometimes it's hard to know if they become mentally ill after being homeless, or they're homeless because of their mental illness. And it's hard because unless someone is really a danger to themselves or others, you cannot insist that they participate in any kind of helpful program. But what you can do is, like someone said in that email, really see them, support them, listen to them if you can.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.